Hi and welcome to today's episode of Real Insights. And today is very special because I have two powerful, beautiful damsels with me on this show. I have with me a new personality, my co-host. Her name is Cindy Nodding. Welcome on this show, Cindy.
Hello, thank you so much, Aisha, and thank you for having me on the show. This is Real Insight. My name is Cindy, and I will be hosting the show together with Aisha Maliki. I tell you, this is that episode you've been waiting for, and guess the topic we are digging out today. Don't worry, you will hear it from Aisha Maliki. Go ahead, Aisha.
Okay, I am Aisha Michael Eze, and this is Real Insight. And today's topic, we will be diving straight. And it is the real businesswoman. Who is the real businesswoman? Today on this show, we have a very special guest. Her name is Mrs. Mary Akalite Ebo. Welcome, ma'am, on this show.
Thank you, Aisha. Good to have me here.
Yes, good to have you here. She is P1 business owner. Yes, you heard, P1 business owner. And not only that, she is the business development manager of the Buy to Sell in P1 Group. Welcome, ma'am, again on this show.
Thank you, Aisha. Good to have you.
I know you to be a very, very, very energetic woman. And through knowing you, I have learned few things about managing yourself, managing life, managing business as well. So we will be throwing some very strong and important questions to you. I hope you're open to answer us.
I'm here.
Okay. So we'll be
By the way, Aisha, I was going to compliment her. I was going to say that she looks quite beautiful. Looking at her red lips, maybe because I love the combo of the red lipstick. I mean, business women love to look good. They say good looking is good business. Yeah,
it is.
Okay.
It is.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I agree. So we are going to be asking you straight. Can you explain to us who a businesswoman is? Can you describe a businesswoman to us?
A businesswoman is a woman who is involved in business, whether at the executive level, a sole proprietor, as long as she's involved in buying, selling, distribution, everything commerce. All right, so she's involved in decision making as well as the development, execution, and achievement of all the business goals. So that's a typical businesswoman.
Wow.
It can be a woman working, a career woman who is working in a corporate setting. It can also be a woman who is out there in the street trying to add one value to another in order to solve the problems and the challenges of the society, as well as exchanging real wealth. That is creating wealth for herself, for her family, and then making the society a better place. So it can be the woman selling akara in the streets.
Of course.
It can be the fashion designer. It can be the woman who owns a business conglomerate like Jane Omumere.
Of course.
It can also be the Alakija. It can also be the Tara. It can also be Oprah Winfrey. Just
of course.
From the ground up, any woman who is involved in day-to-day running of the business, sales, distribution, everything, e-commerce, the ordinary businesses, or whatever you can call it in the streets, they are creating values. So that's a businesswoman.
So that is you out there that is selling as low as akara or corn or groundnuts. You are a strong woman. Bolly. You are a businesswoman. You are an executive. So take that and carry yourself as such. Okay? Yeah, Cindy, would you want to say?
In our society today, we have women who are breaking barriers. And when I talk about barriers, I mean they are doing great things. They are actually making giant strides, especially in their career. And this will bring me to asking our guests for today, to tell us what she thinks about the society and how they see career women. Talk to us. What do you think, or how do you think society see career women today? Because I feel that a lot of career women out there is doing a lot. But the society, I feel that they might just be a kind of way the society perceives career women. Talk to us about it.
Okay, career women in Nigerian society, just like in every other society, are done. So not just career women, business women. You understand? They are done. At the same time, the society respects her. The society appreciates her contribution, her input, and all the values she's creating. But then, before now, historically, there's been this, will I say, a patriarchal system that has been in existence, whereby from our forefathers in an African setting. So patriarchy has given room for male dominance and leaving the bulk of economic activities to men, and women are just like they would say, women education ends in the kitchen, where she's expected to nurture, procreate, and then take care of the household. But in today's world, and courtesy of civilization and everything, women are involved. They're integral parts of economic activities in their society. And because of that, women have come to that level of appreciation, and then they are bringing in their own value into the society. So the society appreciates the woman, but at the same time, there is this will I say scapegoating for women who are not able to strike a balance between career or business and then the family life. So unlike the male, unlike the men or the male gender, the woman is always called out
Now,
for any deviation.
Let me hold you
this
there.
balance.
Let me hold you there, because that comes to brings us to our next question. What are the challenges women face when it has to do with business?
Of course.
What are the challenges? Because, you know, like you were actually going to, you have to deal with the duty as a woman, as a mother. You have to take care of the children, the relative, your husband. You have to do the inner room duties, and all of this encompassing. What are the challenges?
Okay, part of the challenges women face in being productive in economic terms. Number one is finance. Yes, finance. So if I'm going to give like a rough statistics, I'm going to say 60% of the wealth in Africa, not just in Nigeria, are in the hands of men. Only about 40% are in the hands of women.
I was thinking we've taken over. I was thinking women are taking more of it now.
We are coming up. So I'm just giving it a fair statistics.
Okay.
You understand? So because of that, because men command most of the economic power, most women really don't have that finance to go into business and or even to pursue their career. Some of them at the point where their parents stop, and most of them don't have access to funds, or because of other expectation in terms of role as a wife, as a mother. Some of them tend to stop even their education or their skill training, of course, at that point, to stay at home and take care of the home. So another thing, again, they face a challenge in their role. So a woman is a mother, she's a daughter, she's a sister,
of course,
she's also
a nurturer, everything. She does
a procreator.
You get it.
Just name it.
A caregiver.
So she's everything in one.
You can imagine.
Because you see, our mothers will actually be taking care of. Oh, you're having headache. Okay, you use a towel to tap your head.
They're multifaceted,
Yes.
So many things.
Multitasking, multifaceted, everything. Just name it. A woman is everything.
All encompassing.
All encompassing. So they face a challenge in their role. At the point where you switch from this to this, to this to this, to this to this, is another problem. Some of them don't know how to handle that shift. Some of them, they face depression in handling that shift. Then if you talk about postpartum depression, that one is another school of thought. That one is a different discussion on its own. So then you talk about networking, access to so many things. Those are the few challenges I can highlight that women and then cultural expectations.
Okay.
That's another thing. Cultural expectations.
Not only that, we have sexual abuse. Let's not forget that. That's one challenge, you know.
You may not call it
Really-
abuse, but it's just a case that may come
Yeah,
up.
well, in a layman's term, that somebody, a human being would
Yeah.
relate to. I mean, we usually have these even in offices, you know.
Okay, when you talk about abuse, now you're
Yes.
talking about
But in
harassment.
harassment is there, inequality is there,
Inequality
you
is
know,
there,
and this thing rises,
many.
especially in the career world, for a career woman who is expected to be a mother, a nurturer, and all of that. And then you see a case also where men also believes that, of course, even though you are pursuing your career, you need to pay attention to me as a man, as a husband. You need to pay attention to our
the
children.
other room.
You get it. Then forgetting that this woman also has a part to play. I mean, she has a life to live. She has to fulfill her, you know, her dreams and all of it.
What do
Coming
you bring
into
to
that,
the table?
yeah.
What do you bring to the table? You know, that's the question they ask women most of the time.
So
what do you bring to the
what
table?
How I address that, or how I see that, or how I intend to encourage fellow women on that is always try to strike a balance. And like a mentor will always say, Mrs. Pastor Ibiku,
Okay,
I
will
will
Ibu Kenya.
she will always say that for you to succeed as a woman, both in career and in business, the person you marry matters.
Matters.
If you marry wrongly,
100%.
you
I
have
agree with
already
you.
failed career-wise and in business.
I agree with
But if
you.
you marry right, you will not marry your competitor. You understand? You will not marry your
Word.
competitor. You
Word.
marry somebody who wants to
Teammate.
watch you grow,
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
teammate. You will marry someone who wants to help you,
Grow.
not just helping you in the sense that I'm giving you money,
Yeah.
but I will assist you
Support
when you are
you.
down. I'm going to step in for the kids. I'm going to step in
Fantastic.
for the family. I'm going to be there. I'm going to step in even in your work. Somebody who even understand your work. Let's say, for instance, you're an accountant. Somebody who understand numbers. Somebody who, not just numbers, who can even
can
assist
assist.
you. Okay, you're having this challenge in trying to solve this particular task at work. Why not try to do it this
Of
way?
course.
Someone you can call and say, I'm having this. What do I do? So everything matters. Like, marrying right is like one step into it.
Oh, this
You
is
understand?
fantastic.
And then for you as a woman, you need to know yourself. Like you always say, you must understand who you are, where you are headed, so that you will not be a confused person.
And lose yourself
Lose
in the
yourself.
process.
Because
And
if
lose
you
your
figure
worth.
out who you are, then you'll be able to know the person who is running the same direction with you,
Of
and you
course.
marry right
Correct.
by God's grace, with prayer and with trust in God, and then not being too selective, but seeing a person who can grow with you. Like, she made an instance. She said when she married her husband, someone was telling her he's a civil servant, and then she, as a businesswoman, already have a furniture business running and all of that. She's making money.
She's
She have
making
people
money.
working for her. But someone was like, why do you need to marry a civil servant? That's why I'm marrying somebody that
People
you earn more
always
than.
talk.
You earn more than. But then she knows what she wants, and she said she doesn't care. But today, her husband, being a civil servant, who is a career person, who is, how I put it, a
Knows
career
what
person,
he-
knows
he
what
has vision.
where he's directing.
Knows his direction.
Yeah, you understand.
Yeah.
The man has even grown from being a civil servant to building a conglomerate in oil and gas. So
He
how
knows
is she
his
going to
vision.
compete furniture business as again?
Do
When I
you
listen to
get
it,
it?
You know, I was
This is
also
it.
listening
This is
to.
it.
I was
This is
also listening to Miles Moreau, yeah, of his blessed memory, and he was talking about a man having a vision. That is it. As a lady, we also have to look out for a man with vision. Where is he going? Am I going to be there with him? Is he going to take me along with him?
Of
Right?
course.
So that's it. It's
Does our
beautiful.
vision aligned? And this
Beautiful.
brings me to saying this to men. You need to, be that man who is supportive and
yes.
not the man
Yes.
who, tackles your wife or competitive. Support your wife, support your partner. Together, you would grow. Just like the example
Together,
she gave. You
great
rise.
things.
Great things
The
will
Bible
happen.
says, because I'm going to go there, the Bible says, one chases 1,000,
But
2,
10,000.
Put 10,000
The
to
number
it.
It's exponential.
Right.
You
you can't even
It's
compare.
amazing.
Okay, so that moves us to our next question.
Okay, fantastic. So this would have to be, because we're trying to wrap things up, because I know our guest is fully loaded. She has a lot for us
Yes.
today. But because we're trying to wrap things up, we're just gonna, hit the question as it comes. And there are many young people out there. There are many young ladies or women out there listening to us or watching us right now who might be thinking, oh, how do I kickstart my career? How do I start this business? So this is us. I know our guest today has something for you. Because I want to ask her really, knowing that there are a lot of young women who could be nursing mothers, stay-home mommies, who just left school, quite a number of them out there. They're wondering, I want to go into business. Well, how do I start, with little or nothing? They have little or nothing at hand. How do they kickstart their business career?
Okay, the idea of little or nothing is relative, right? Some persons little, maybe 1 million. Some persons nothing, maybe 10 million. Do you understand? But then let's zero it to the lowest or the barest minimum. Say I have minimum wage 70,000, for instance, or I have 150,000, or I have 1 million. How do I get started? For you to get started in a business, first of all, you need you. Someone reached out to me yesterday. She's a lady I've been trying to get into real estate since I'm in real estate for more than 2 years now.
Wow.
It's more than 2 years, yeah. I left youth service in 2019, so we served the same time. So it was the same period I got into real estate. So I told her about it. So, but then she reached out yesterday and she said, Mary, I'm ready. I want to do this. So at that point, I told her that there are people, when you show them a business opportunity, that they can even start with nothing. Some of them, if they are 100, only about 30 are willing to say yes at that point in time. Another 30 are indecisive. Only 10 will get done into the business at that point in time. Then the other 30, they are not interested. So between those who are ready will run with you with the speed of light, because it's opportunity meeting their need. Like
And
this is their need
preparedness.
and preparedness. So they will run with you with the speed of light. Then the other set that are interested, they are going to be on that skeptical mode. So I told her you were interested, but then you were not ready to go into it. Now you are ready. You are ready to. I asked her, are you willing? And then are you teachable? So some person wants to go into business, but they are not teachable.
Okay.
They are not willing to bring out their heart, their mind, and everything. So they just believe that business is about making profit. However you do it, profits will come out. But then it takes a lot. I've been in business for over 10 years. And I will tell you, not even 10 years. At the age of 12, I've been managing my auntie's business.
Business mogul.
An Igbo woman.
So I've been
Right
running.
here.
I've been running that business. It's a big supermarket in Benin. That was where I literally went through my secondary school, and even while I was in Uniben, I was shuttling between home
You
and
must
then.
do business.
So
Tell
I
me.
understand business perfectly. So coming into real estate, it was okay. This is real estate. I read social work. Now I need to understand what real estate is, and then bringing all those business principles and all of that. It's really helping me. So most person doesn't. They think the way they approach business, they approach it with the career lifestyle.
Profit.
You understand? They just feel like you do little and everything. But if you really want to build as an entrepreneur, it takes a lot. So you may have 15,000. You ask yourself, what can 15,000 naira get started? Do you know that some people that sell pure water on traffic, they make more money than some people that wear suit and jacket like me and go to the
Definitely.
office?
Definitely.
They earn more than
yes.
some corporate workers
Oh yes.
who are fixed on 150, 200,000 naira salary. But these guys
I
are
believe.
in the street. But then you ask yourself question, how come the person who earns 200,000 live better, like in terms of lifestyle, in terms of standard of living, is in a better position than the person who makes more money? Then it goes into management. It goes into
the nurturing of the
mindset.
mind, the mindset, discipline, and everything. It's the same guy who earns 150,000, 200,000, have a better lifestyle. If you go to his living environment, you see how organized it is. But the same guy who is selling day to day, buy and sell, in a day he makes 10,000. For instance, he takes home 10,000. If you do that for 25 days of working days of the month, that is about 250,000. Or some that makes as much as 30,000 in a day, they make as much as 600,000. Then you go to them, can you do an investment? They have nothing to
Funny
invest.
enough, they even work every day.
Yeah,
Every day, including Sundays.
including Sundays.
Yeah, so you
But
can
then
calculate
they
it
have
as
little
30,
to say.
30.
So if you are going into business, you have to bring in, like someone will say, you went to school to understand life. Now bring that understanding into solving problems. So just tell yourself you are into business to solve problems. So the amount you are using to start doesn't matter. In my own line of business, you can start with zero capital. And if you are diligent, you will grow to the point of being able to acquire a property,
Sorry,
to
hold on.
own land.
She said zero. Did you hear
I
that?
like that.
Yeah,
Zero capital. I'm sure you would
I
love
love
to
that.
hear this.
Yes,
You
So
can-
tell us
you
about
can
it.
register with our company, our real estate company, P1 Group, and then we'll train you, free training. The beautiful thing about us is that we have training offices.
Hold on. We're gonna go on a short break, and when we come back, we'll tell you what you need to do
Thank
to
you.
be in business as a business person.
Hello and welcome back. Before we went on that break, we had our guest on the show sharing really important facts that you would love to hear about. Have you ever heard that a business was started with zero capital? I mean, I'm hearing this and I am super amazed. So we turn back to our guest. She has something beautiful that you would love to hear. Hello, Mary.
Hi.
Welcome on board again. You were
you.
sharing something before we went on the break. So
Yeah.
please, I am really excited to hear this. And I
it's
know,
hilarious because I
yes,
need to share it to as many people that I
as
know.
possible.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's
Talk to us
Yeah.
about it.
You can start a real estate business, or you can get into real estate with zero capital. I got on board in 2018 November as a core member with just 1,650, or as little as nothing.
wow.
1,650 naira, which is about $1.
Wow. Right,
Right?
now you can't even
Yeah.
subscribe to
You
for
can
that-
imagine.
that amount.
So I got on board, and then it's just, how will I put it? I'm so excited to express it.
Yeah.
It's good to say yes to an amazing opportunity. Learn how to do it later. That's Richard Branson of Virgin Atlantic. He said, when someone offers you an amazing opportunity, instead of you to be analyzing and stoop into paralysis, just say yes
Of course.
and then learn how to do it later. So that opportunity was offered to me as a copper. And then I said yes to it. I said real estate plus network marketing, P1. I love network marketing. I've been a network marketer. I've sold so many things. I've made so much money from network marketing. And then I just said yes to it. And I said, okay, I will learn how to do it. I was so excited with, okay, if I come on board, there's a probability that one day I can amass so much earning as a realtor, that to the point that I can own a land in my name, I can acquire a house and all of that. So I was blown away. I was also blown away that I can help people secure properties, get a home. Do you know the joy of being that I'm the one that got this house for this person?
can
Whenever
imagine.
you visit that person, the person is like, that's my realtor. She's the one that helped me to secure this place. She was the one that locked down this deal. So I
Fantastic.
was really interested in doing that as a salesperson. So I went into real estate, and then I joined P1 Group. And with zero capital, just like I said, you can register for free. And then when you have a deal, you can do the full registration and all of that for free. And there is free training. So I was attending training. I was coming from Ojudubega.
So wait, you are getting the knowledge for free.
For free training. So along the line, I began to make sales. And as sales were coming in, I was able to amass some money. I began to buy properties in my name. I did a lot of things like Good Life, Good Life, baby girl.
Of course.
Good Life,
Of course.
Good Life, and all of that. And we are growing. We are growing.
Fantastic.
Today I'm an executive director.
Yes.
And we are
That's
growing.
beautiful.
In
That's
this business-
impressive.
some of my friends who I met in the business, they also started just like me. Young ladies in their early 20s, in their late 20s and early 30s. Today they are owners of beautiful duplexes in Lagos. They own a house. They bought this house from the money they made out of real estate.
Someone listening to you right now want to know how, I mean, they are eager to hear how they can start right away. Tell them, how can they start right away?
You can start right away by contacting Real Insight. Just reach out to them, say something in the DM. They're going to put you through on how you can get started. All right. So some of them today, they are landlords. They have fleets of cars, living good life, traveling. Do you know what it is like? People are jackpotting out of Nigeria. People like us are not interested.
Don't
to
jackpot.
We have the funds to jackpot, but we just choose not to jackpot because
the money is here.
The money is here. The land is green. The land is green. The land is green. Yes. I tell my friends abroad, like, Mary, you are really enjoying life. We don't. I say the land is green. If we want to jackpot, we'll jackpot right because I'm a professional, social worker, caregiver. We'll make a lot of billions, millions, and amass good wealth out there. But then the land is green here. There's so much money to be made. You understand? And then the beautiful thing is you're not selling crayfish. This is real estate I'm offering you. You understand? It's millions, million, and billion transactions. And as you are selling in million, you're also earning in million. So we want you to come on board. And apart from that, if you're not ready, you're still building your business idea. You're still trying to know which type of business do I invest in? Do I go into hair business? Oh, Madam Mary is talking about real estate. Okay, I will come up. I will go into real estate. Let me finish nursing my baby. Let me finish my career. Let me finish my studies and all of that. While you are still planning to round off with what you are doing, you can throw in your money into land banking, buying land to sell. Some people call it land banking. You can buy land to sell yourself, or you can do the real estate trading. You buy land, you sell, or we sell for you. We can also sell for you. That's the beautiful thing. And you are guaranteed profits.
That's the part I love.
Profit of 30 to 50% in 1 year.
Wow.
Yeah. P1 Group buy to sell. Wow. That is the office where I work for over 3 years, and we guarantee you 30 to 50% profit in 1 year.
So
and as much as 100% in 2 years. That is so it's for savvy investors, for short-term real estate traders, those who want to buy land but they don't want to be involved with, I want to sell my land, or some people say, I want to sell my land though, let me find buyer. You understand? You don't want to be involved in all that stress.
And they don't want to build,
they don't want to build on it, and they don't want to leave it for legacy. So they just want to commit their fund in real estate because they know that inflation is going to deal with their fund, the value of their money. So instead of allowing inflation to eat up the value of your money, so you take a hedge. So
be smart.
Yes, being smart. So instead of keeping money idle or holding on to
put it to work.
Put it to work.
But I think it's a beautiful platform. It is a beautiful platform.
I have my funds growing in it.
And you can imagine it's something that can work even for your child's school fee.
Yeah.
Your rent, your own school fee.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think it is something that you should subscribe to. And that brings us to our very last question. Which is, who is a successful woman? What can you describe, how can you describe a successful woman?
Okay. Success is relative.
Okay.
Yeah. What you consider success in one term may not be for another person.
Definitely.
But then, if you want to see success, like during one of our convention, the guest was saying something that there is categories to success. Success is better described all round. You can't say you're a successful business person when you are feeling a businesswoman, when you are feeling in your marriage, or you are feeling in
one aspect
in your children's well-being. Your kids are not they are not reflecting who you are.
Okay.
That's wrong.
Yeah. And then you cannot say you are successful when the home affairs, everything that has to do with the home affairs, both marriage or even if there's no marriage,
you really shine.
Yeah, you're not shining.
You're
you understand?
Blooming.
There's no they have to be all-round well-being, both psychologically, mental. Then talk about the spiritual aspect, which you don't see, you don't get to see. But then for you to say that a woman is successful, she is actually, the value she's contributing to the business, like we described from the beginning, who is a businesswoman. The value she's bringing to the business, or the business goals and vision, is being attained. So if you say, oh, we are into making home ownership dream a reality, for instance, how many homeowners have you really created?
Fantastic.
So we need something measurable. There's supposed to be a measure, not just
measurable.
You understand? Measurable. It's supposed to be, we will say evidence-based practice.
Okay.
So there's supposed to be evidence that can back up that, okay, we have done this for this number of clients. Okay, we've been able to serve all the people in Aja Akara. They can give us a rating of, say, 70% that our Akara is the best in this area. We are committed. You understand? So there's supposed to be like a measurable yardstick. Okay, this is the revenue. This is our revenue quote of last year, and this is where we are today.
Of course.
So all of that you can use to measure. First of all, I said that her all-round well-being needs to reflect success, and then in the career or in the business angle, there's supposed to be some measurable yardstick. Where were you last time? Where are you now? In terms of your growth, where are you going to, and how much have you gotten to it? So
Wow, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much, Mrs. Mary Akalite. She is the executive director. She is also the business development manager for Buy to Sell P1 Group. Thank you so much for being on this show of Real Woman. Yes, real business, real insights, all about everything
real.
Yes, and we are going to do something to honor every mother out there, every woman out there. Last week was Mother's Sunday.
Mother's Sunday.
So we're going to sing a bit of Sweet Mother,
I never forget you, for the suffer you suffer for me.
So on a wrap, Cindy, take on.
Thank you so much for being with us on this beautiful episode of Real Insight. And of course, a very big thank you to our amazing guests on the show. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for trolling Real Insight on the beautiful topic of today. Thank you. And of course, to every amazing woman watching us today, thank you for watching. Thank you for understanding and staying with us until this time. We really appreciate. Thank you so much to my beautiful host, Aisha.
Thank you. Do not forget to like, subscribe,
and share.
Comment on this show, and we will see you next time on Real Insight.
Bye.